Can we have a moment of silence for the almost 4,000 U.S. troops who passed in this war, for the close to 1 million Iraqis, and all the wounds and damage that'll go throughout everyone's life? You know, as I prepared to talk to you today, for the 5th time, I remember when we were here earlier, and now we're at 5 years. 5 years of destruction, both abroad and here at home. And the numbers, we've heard the numbers so often. 4,000, close to 1 million, 650,000 with mental health disorders coming back. And it goes on. And we see the pictures in the paper. And we see men fighting. And it's easy to get used to those numbers and to begin to become impassionate about that. But I'll tell you, as I see those numbers, I see people. I see friends. I wear the scarf that was a gift to me in Baghdad from Hamoudi, who was the head of the film department at the University of Baghdad. He's now homeless in Spain with his wife and 2 daughters. You know, as we talk about this and as we work internationally for peace, my Iraqi friends were glad to see each other. But then they say, George, what are you doing in America? We're dying over here. Our kids are sick. They're starving. And this goes on and on. And now we hear about politicians talking about 100 years. And we've been through this kind of stuff. We can't forget Germany, Japan, and Korea, where we've occupied those lands since World War II. The money that we have spent on military occupation would be free tuition in technical school for everyone in this country. What's important? The people are important. We talk about, you know, the numbers of dead and the death, but we don't talk about the homelessness. I visited the Cultural Arts Center in Baghdad, beautiful building that should not have been bombed. The roof was off. There were 500 women and kids squatting, homeless and hungry and sick in that building. And this war goes on. We must do everything that we can to end this war. And we're not alone. And we know where we're going. United for peace and justice, we are. We say no to the Bush agenda and those in Congress who continue to fund this illicit war. We say no to war, hate, lies, and greed. We say end this occupation and bring our troops home now. And as we talk about that, my friends come to mind. Rita Lazar from 9/11 Families for Peaceful Tomorrows, who's visited us here in Milwaukee. And she lost her brother on 9/11 at the World Trade Towers. And Rita says that no person should experience the sudden grief and horror of death. To my friend Lila Lipscomb from Fahrenheit 9/11, who lost her son guarding an oil truck in Iraq. She said no one should have to die for somebody else's greed and profit. For my friend Vivian Salim of Baghdad, who was trying to get out of town during shock and awe, and one of our tanks blew up their car and killed her husband and 2 kids in an instant. She said somebody should be accountable for what has happened. And to my friend Joyce and John Lucy out of New Jersey and Military Families Speak Out, whose son Jeff came back from 2 tours in Iraq, mumbling that he had killed women and kids, and went in their garage and hung himself. In their name, we say, end this occupation And we can do that. We have to do that. And people say, what can I do? The first thing I say is join Peace Action Wisconsin. Because we're the ones about that. Join Peace Action. Get connected. And through that system, be educated, be alerted, get into the system within our democracy and our basis of democracy and nonviolence. We work with Congress, and we need to put on more and more pressure on this Congress. We got a great Congresswoman, but there are a whole lot of people in this country, Congress people, right here in the state of Wisconsin, including one of our senators, who we need to turn around. We have to do that for the sake of all the people that I've talked about. So please join us. Together, we will end this occupation. Together, we will bring our troops home now. Peace and love.